1 month ago, I made a video and it was titled The Best CS2 Cases to Buy Right Now for CS2 Investing. And of course, yes, the first one on that list was the Fracture case. Now, at that time, the Fracture case was trading around about 30 cents or so. And today, well, it's a completely different story for the Fracture case. The main reasoning behind me talking about the Fracture case on this channel and talking about why it could be a solid buy. And I always said, buy it over time. Buy as much as you can over time, because I do think that at some point in time, the Fracture case will get removed from active drop pool. Now, in a recent update from Valve, this brought in the Genesis terminal. They didn't say anything within the breakdown. They didn't say anything about taking out an active drop case or anything like that, right? They just talked about how they're bringing this in. But a few posts on X, like this one from Steam Inventory Helper, did say that the Fracture case appears to be out of the active drop pool. No official announcement. Farmers widely report it no longer drops as a regular weekly. The price has already started to creep up roughly plus 50% from recent floors. Buying the top looks risky, plenty of supply still held. Locking gains and waiting for a pullback seems the sane play for now. Now, one thing that I will say right now is that we have no clear confirmation of the Fracture case getting removed from active drop. We do not. I do think that the Fracture case is a solid investment, but not at today's prices. I thought that the Fracture case was a very good buy at 30 cents. Anything under 50 cents was a very good buy on the Fracture case. Today, the price of this case is going insane. As you guys can see over here from Price Empire. Now, they are saying that it was removed from CS2 active drop pool last night, but we have no clear confirmation of this. If we're looking at this, we have the Fracture case and skins within it have been exploding in price. It was removed from the CS2 active drop pool last night. Now here we have all of the skins within it. And we also have the case itself. Now, I've said on multiple occasions that I have been holding over 2,000 plus of the Fracture case. And it is because of days like this. I'm not selling any of my Fracture cases because I just don't care to. I do think that we will get a clear confirmation of the case getting removed from active pool. Right now, just looking at the prices across the board on Skinport, over $1. On some of these platforms, it's still pretty cheap. It's still around like 50 cents, 60 cents or so. But we can see how much of a spike there has been in the price. The price is up 60%. It's a price change of about 18 cents. Looking at this on the all-time view, barely really reaching any of these crazy highs, like for an example, the highs back in 2023. But year to date, obviously the price is, going a little bit crazy. It's up 152% in the last year, up about 29 cents. Now, the biggest thing to look at here is the fact that this case is 5 years old. So it would have made sense for this to get removed first anyways, over like the Revolution cases. But there's a lot of confusion out there right now. And it's essentially around, is this case getting removed? Is it removed? Or is it still an active drop? Monkey CS2 did put out a post saying that, who said you can't get Fracture cases anymore. This was at 5:16 p.m. on September 17th. We don't know if this case has gotten removed or not, because even over here we have from Brongo CS, the Fracture case is likely moved to the rare drop pool, replaced by the Genesis uplink terminal. CS Market Forum has a Discord with a case package channel, which reported drops of the Kilowatt, DNN, Dreams and Nightmares, and Recoil since the update dropped. No reports of the Revolution or Fracture case yet, which, by the way, yes, there was a lot of discussions around if the Revolution case was getting removed as well. The Revolution has been down quite a bit, especially since the recent pump, which, if you guys don't know about that, we really kind of pumped into, the end of July. And then since then, we've kind of dropped off. But, the biggest thing that I really kind of compare the Fracture case to is the Gallery case, which, if we're looking at the Gallery case is over $1.40 right now. It did hit a high of like $2.20 on the 13th. This one did get the announcement that yes, it was getting removed from active drop. Well, actually removed from the armory and also from active drop. This was with the recent update refreshing the armory. So that's exactly how I'm looking at the fracture case here. If we do get that confirmation that the fracture case is going to get removed from active drop pool, then this thing will most likely reach over, $2 plus on the Steam market. Right now, looking at the Steam market with the fracture case, it is going parabolic. I mean, this is actually insane to see. It did hit about $1.06 just recently. Over 28,000 were sold at that price as well. Looking at the price on Steam, let me just refresh this real quick. We could see that the fracture case is trading still around like $1. It's starting at $1. But this is very good to see. I mean, listen, I love this speculation around if a case is going to get removed, because we were looking at these cases prior to all of this. Now, again, do I think now is the best time to be buying the fracture case? With rumors out there like this, I don't believe so. Now, there was an update that the Revolution case did get dropped, which makes it about a 99% chance that the fracture case was removed. But until we get a clear confirmation from the Counter-Strike account, I don't think that we should be going out and FOMOing into the fracture cases right now. I think that the best time to buy this was when the market was down. And I know that that sounds horrible to say because, in hindsight, we didn't know that this was going to happen, but we knew at some point in time that we were going to get an update of a case getting removed from active pool. Now, the first one that we got was the gallery case, which was kind of surprising because this is not a extremely old case. I mean, this is back in 2023, but the fracture case was released back in August of 2020, so 5 years old. So we knew that this case at some point in time was going to get taken out of active pool, which is exactly why I said that this was a very good investment. Now, again, main thing to take away from all of this is wait for confirmation that the fracture case is actually getting taken out. And then we should start to see a potential spike up in price, and then it should start to have a pullback. The gallery case is a very good example of this because the gallery case, yes, the price went crazy. If we're looking at the prices of it, it did go insane. I know that this doesn't really show us a, pullback happening. I mean, it is starting to kind of drop off a bit. I think that Steam is a little bit better to see this. As you guys can see, right, you have that huge spike up to $2.20. It did dip back down to about $1.30. Just watch for some boring price action to happen or a major move to the downside to happen, because that's the best time to be buying. Not when it's going insane like this and you're trying to catch this. Just kind of be a little bit cautious. And the same thing goes with the fracture, right? If we do get that confirmation from the Counter-Strike account and the fracture case is officially out of rotation, then watch for the price to have a little bit of a drop, retest the previous high or so, utilizing like traditional trading mechanisms, if you will. But just wait for the market to kind of stabilize a bit, because I do think that there will be better opportunities than buying when the price is just going insane. But I'm definitely going to keep a close eye on this. And, if this is happening right now, then hey, this is very good for us that, really kind of stocked up on the fracture case. And also, by the way, for those that are thinking that they missed out on buying, a case that could potentially get removed from active drop pool, just remember that there is the recoil case and also the revolution case. These two cases, like for an example, the recoil case came out back in July of 2022. This thing is 3 years old now. The revolution case back in February of 2023, I know that it's not extremely old, but going off of the gallery, right? The gallery came out October 2nd, 2024. So just kind of basing this off of, time frame wise, we should start to see the recoil case get taken out of active drop pool, then the revolution case. And, that's how I would look at it. But anything's possible because Valve is Valve. The gallery case got taken out of the armory. And this is only this is only almost 1 year old. That's it. It's less than a year old and it just got taken out. So anything's possible, but I really am kind of betting big on these older cases getting taken out first, which is exactly what allowed me to buy the fracture case so much and have that confidence behind it because it's 5 years old. So with that being said, just be very cautious. Don't FOMO in, wait for a pullback and utilize that opportunity, as a solid investment opportunity. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on to never miss a future update. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.